This is KUGAN CASSIUS Rifle Team in association with Macklin's Gym Marbella. We're at the Who's Fooling Who press conference. No.
Go on.
No. Well, just a lovely surprise. Hollywood legend Tony Bellew turns up at the press conference today.
Who's that, mate? It's not me. I've had to come and see Eddie, and as I know, it looks like a fantastic event that's building up. This one could be a fight for the ages. Listen, far from retired. If Eddie can get me fights, I'll fight. He's having a problem at getting me fights at the moment because he's just such a popular guy.
He's too good.
He's got 1,000,001 fighters, and he's got 6 dates. So do the maths. He's got 6 dates.
Why are you on this bill?
We've got things planned going forward. Me and Ed's good with me, and I'm great with Ed. So we have things planned going forward. So we'll see how it goes.
That obviously means you fighting somewhere else and not here.
You just don't know. You don't know. I'm prepared and I'm training, like as always. So I'm ready, and we'll go from there.
Okay, you're very good at not answering questions sometimes.
I just answered your question.
No, you didn't.
I did. You said, "Am I on the bill?" Why on
No,
the bill?
I said, "What? Yeah." Swung round it. Anyway, who's fooling who? I'm sure you.
I don't think either's fooling either. To be honest, I mean, the one thing you've got to say is Callum would beat all of Rocky's opponents, and Rocky would beat all of Callum's opponents. I think that's a fair comment to say. So it comes down to who do you think comes good on the night? Looking at the performances and the standout wins, I'd say Callum's wins and standout wins are probably over better ranked fighters than Rocky's ones. Of late, I'd say Rocky's performances have been up there. Maybe I've took the eye a little bit better, but they've been overfaded former fighters that are way past the sell-by date. Don't get me wrong, we've all faced them at some stage in our career. We've all got to beat them. But ultimately, I think it rests in how does it go with the fight. That's ultimately the question you want to know.
Yeah, of course.
How do I see it going?
Yeah, and who wins?
I see it being a good fight for as long as it lasts. And I think Callum.
By KO?
It depends. I don't think no one's getting put asleep. So I don't think that's going to happen. But what I will say is it's going to come down to heart and how much you want it.
You don't believe that neither of these two are going to knock each other out?
No.
Oh, that's interesting.
Well, neither's been on the floor. I've known both for many a year. I've trained with them. I've never seen neither really look hurt and dazed and gone to go to the floor. So I just think all roads point to it being a grueling fight and it being all on that. And if it's all on that, then that's how I think Callum wins, because I know what the Smiths are made of. I know what Callum's made. I know what Rocky's made of. And to be fair, he's never had it tested to a certain extent. But you have something inside you. When you've worked with people, sparred with people, trained with people, if you can show lack of that in the gym, it'll come to the forefront in a fight at some stage. And I don't know. That's me feeling for now.
It may change.
No, I don't think the outcome will change. But I mean, looking on how each other prepares and how they're going to approach the fight, maybe it could change as in regards to, do I think someone could I don't know. I think there'll be questions asked of both fighters, but I just think once again, ultimately it's all going to come down to the heart. Who wants it the most? And let me tell you, it doesn't matter which one you're talking about, Callum, Lee and Paul or Stephen. I've spent long periods of time with them, away from home, training, here, there, everywhere. The one thing they don't lack, mate, is that they will not give in.
Is there something between the families?
Oh, listen, it's personal. It's
because they made it out there that there wasn't really.
No, they're not going to say there is there? Because no one wants to see any kind of repercussions or problems here in a press conference, because that's not what we're about. Everyone's professionals.
We saved that for you, didn't we?
Yes, everyone's a professional, so it is what it is. But ultimately, it's personal. Listen, these lads have trained together as amateurs. These lads have been on the radar since each other turned pro. Callum's been, on the verge of fighting the British title for a long time. Paul was British champion. Rocky wants to fight for the British title. There's a history between Paul and Rocky, but then that's flipped over now because Paul's gone his way and he's fought some world-class legendary fighters, and it's all come that round in roundabouts now. It's spun round and it's like, well, Callum's the boy, and everybody's been saying Callum's the man. Well, Rocky's now had 2 good wins, gained a lot of confidence, and it's like, well, you're not the man. I believe I'm the man. Forget your brother too. I'll fight you. Because at one stage, no one wants to touch Callum. Let's have it straight. No one wants to come anywhere near Callum Smith. And since the last 4 to 6 months, his name's been coming out of other people's mouths, and it's come to the forefront now.
November 7th, we shall find out.
November the 7th, looks like a fantastic, well, it's a fantastic main event. I think it's a certain sellout for the Echo Arena. And you wish both fighters the best of camps. You wish them both health in training. Both are huge at the weight. Both are huge at middleweight. So what you want to nail on before this fight is both of them will sit there. And I know Callum would never blame weight, and I don't think Rocky would really, but both of them are huge at the weight. That's what I will say. So there should be no talk of, oh well, I'm tight the weight or that. You know what the fight's made at. See you soon, Lonzo. So you get to the point where you go, both are great, both are huge at the weight. You don't want to air it before it. So everyone knows you're huge at the weight. It is what it is. No one's forced them to fight at this weight, and there can't be no excuses after. These two are coming into. Let me tell you what I will say is you won't see the best of either of these two in this fight. This is a great crossroads fight. It's not their defining fight of their careers, but it's a great crossroads fight because it's very rare that 2 fighters from the same city amass such a record that they've amassed, being unbeaten, and at the same weight, challenging on the verge of European honours, world honours, and then they come together and meet. So you've got to take your hats off to both fighters, ultimately, first and foremost. Then you've got to take the hats off to the trainers, because trainers these days, believe it or not, are like very powerful men, mate, and they control fighters. They really, really do. So you've got to take your hat off to the trainers, to the boxers, and then, last but not least, the promoter, because the promoter's got a lot to lose here too. He's got 2 big ticket sellers fighting in one arena. So what's Eddie thinking? Is he going to dismantle Liverpool boxing piece by piece, or is he looking for a major megastar in this city? I don't know. We will November the 7th. We will soon find out.
Some of them questions will be answered. Alright, listen, Tony Bellew, thanks for talking to IFL TV.
It was a pleasure.
And look forward to the premiere of...
I like the outfit's not bad today. The shoes are not bad, I mean, they look big, like real big. Like boat big, canoe big, but nice all in all. Stop losing too much weight, Cougs. Thank you, son.
Thank you, Tony Bellew.